Talladega Night, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby is a 2006 American sports comedy film directed by Adam McKay and starring Will Ferral. It was written by both McKay and Ferrell, and other actors include John C. Reilly, Sacha Baron Cohen, Gary Cole, Michael Clark Duncan, Leslie Bibb, Jane Lynch, Amy Adams, and some others. NASCAR drivers, blah, 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 and blah, 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 do cameos, as do broadcasting teams from NASCAR on Fox and NASCAR on NBC. McKay and Ferrell first discussed a film about NASCAR drivers while Ferrell was filming Elf. The two began writing the film and presented the idea to Sony Pictures using only a 6-word pitch. Will Ferrell as a NASCAR driver. So based on that, they made a movie. The film grossed $47 million in its first week. And it was number one film at the box office. It grossed $163 million worldwide, and it cost about $70 million to make. On Rotten Tomatoes, it got a 71%, and one reviewer said that though it occasionally stalls, Talladega Nights' mix of satire, clever gags, and excellent ensemble performances put it squarely in the winner's circle. Metacritic gave it 66. Brad. Didn't have Tom Cruise in it. Didn't have, but it was kind of Days of Thundery. It's got the same story as Days of Thunder, Driver gets injured, has to get back behind the wheel again. Same plot.
Does Nicole Kidman say shake and bake?
Yeah, she does.
She is shake and bake, or she was.
Yeah.
She was tidy. Nicole Kidman. Oh my God. But she's one of those Hollywood celebs that's, gone from like, hey, I'm a normal girl next door in the movies, and we're all like, oh, hot. And then she gets even hotter as her celebrity star rises. But then they reach a peak of their hotness and stardom. And then I don't know what happens, but they seem to go off the deep end where they all look like they've either not eaten anything other than celery for 6 years, or they've had a bit too much surgery. What is it?
Yeah. Have you watched that Northman yet?
No, haven't.
She's in there.
Okay.
And
looking okay.
She's got that crayfish look to her, like bone thin.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And her face doesn't move properly because of all the injections and surgeries, and her nose isn't quite what it used to be.
Yeah, it's like when you watch certain CGI and your brain says to you, that's not real. That's the crayfish thing you're talking about.
Yeah, bony. But her mouth doesn't move right. It's sort of stuck in place. Everything else is flipping around.
It's like Henry Cavill, the CGI top lip in BVS. Where they took his moustache off. His mouth just doesn't move right. So Nicole, maybe try getting some CGI to help your mouth move right.
That was Justice League you're talking about.
Was it Justice League? Yeah, it was. I don't know. Superhero films. We don't do those here. I'm pointless and confused.
Yeah, we do. We just haven't done one
pointless. Yet. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah. Maybe.
Good idea.
It is.
We need to talk about those films. Jesus.
Yeah. Speaking of talking about films, Talladega Nights. What was your first, how did you first cross paths with this Will Ferrell masterpiece?
I saw it at the movies. I can't remember the hows or whys or whats, but I found it very amusing at the time. I laughed heartily many times in the theater watching this film.
Yeah,
I was very taken by Will Ferrell and John.
I think the world was.
John C. Reilly is his name.
Yeah, I think. Well, the two of them, but Ferral, is it Ferral or Farrell? I don't know. We're Kiwis. We'll say it however the fuck we want.
Will Ferral.
Will Ferrell, Will Ferret, right? Will Ferret was
Welfare.
just riding high. I mean, Anchorman, right? He did his SNL thing, and then Anchorman comes out, changes. I think Anchorman
But Elf.
changed. No, that was after, wasn't it? That was after
That
Anchorman.
was the first one.
No, Anchorman. Well, he was in. I remember him being the new guy in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. He was like the police officer, and I remember what's the director's name? Kevin Smith going on about how this guy's improvisational skills were hilarious.
I remember him
You know
in Austin Powers. He was the guy that fell
he
down
was
the bed.
Fizz.
I fell
Yeah. Hello.
down-
Is it anybody?
badly injured.
My leg is beginning to smell like almonds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and stand on it. No, just yeah, genius.
I'm gonna try and get up on the other one.
Ah! Future episode, Austin Powers. Jesus.
He was
yes,
a cop
so-
too, and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Again.
Dude, do you even listen to what I say? For fuck's sake. That's what I said like 30 seconds ago.
No, you didn't.
I don't get paid enough for this. Yes, he was a cop. I agree with your statement because I just said the exact same statement. But I
Wasn't
think
he also an elf?
he was, he was also a cop in that Kevin Smith film.
Oh, Jay and Silent Bob Strike.
Yeah,
Strike
that's the
Back,
one.
yeah.
Strike Back. Yeah, which
But
was
before that, he was in Austin Powers. Do you remember that? He had the little hat
I was the guy with
and
the
he
fez.
fell down the bank.
Oh, hello. Is it getting you anybody? Yeah, that's right.
I don't remember that,
Nah. What film was that again?
but do you remember he was an elf? I think that was his.
Alf, you mean
Maybe
the
his ninth
wife cracking? The wife cracking alien from Melmac that likes to eat cats. Alf eats pussy. I heard that somewhere else this week. That's a
Oh,
genius
that's
line.
true. Yeah. But before that, I think he was in Austin Powers.
Yeah, I think I remember Austin Powers. Is that the ugly teeth, cool suits? Maybe I don't remember. My memory's not the
We
best.
can talk
these
about
days.
it later.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
pills. The peyote.
Peyote? Oh my god.
Yes. Anyway, what was I saying? Peak Ferret. Regardless of which came first, he started somewhere. And then maybe Alf, maybe Anchorman. But all the films that came out, he just did one after the other of comedy gold. And it was like he was the new Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Previously, you'd gone to see every Jim Carrey headliner. Boom, I'm going. And then comedy-wise, Will Ferral took over, right? Anchorman being, for me, to this day, changed the way I speak. It just...
Old School was before this too, wasn't it?
Oh, it was Frank the Tank. Yeah.
Frank the Tank.
Welcome
My
to our
boy Blue.
podcast, Films as We Remember Them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're my boy, Blue. Yeah, he did. It was a slow rise, I guess, now that we think about it and talk about it openly in a public forum.
But obviously Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, that was his start. Like Jeopardy. Yeah, he was Trebek. Jeopardy. Funny guy, needless to say. There's plenty of funny things have come out of his mouth.
Kind of gone to crap now, though, hasn't he?
That's true. And I think, to get back on topic, this would have been this film was, like you said, hilarious at the time. I loved it in the theater, but it was kind of the start of the end of his peak. Would you agree? Oh, wait.
Anchorman 2.
Yeah, that was...
Step Brothers was awesome.
Step Brothers was genius, but was that before or after this one? We haven't done our
So
timeline.
after this one.
Okay.
After this one. But Adam McKay, the director and co-writer of this film, he was really the secret source, I think.
Yeah.
And then Will Ferral and Adam McKay had a falling out.
That was only kind of recently, though, right?
Yeah, but they don't make films together, and now you're getting... I don't know. Well, those Sanchez films that Ferrell makes and Anchorman 2, and it's all a bit...
Anchorman 2, I'll give you, and much, I think, like all his films, it's the outtakes where the comedy gold is hidden. You know, like if you go and watch the...
Holmes and Watson.
Oh, my God. Hey, that had a couple of laughy moments. But overall,
it had that one moment with that operation or something, wasn't it?
I remember you and I kind of chuckling in the cinema. That it had its points, but it was.
We were trying. We were trying.
We were like, we were cheering him on. We wanted him to succeed.
Come on, guys!
It was like a toddler at a soccer match, you know, like go on, just kick the ball, son. And we applauded.
We're warming ourselves up. We're getting ready. We're our own fluffers, really. When we were watching Holmes and Watson, weren't we? We were trying to warm ourselves up. We were trying to laugh even when it wasn't funny, and then we gave up.
Yeah, it was a bit like the Star Wars. Anything other than the originals, you really want them to be good.
Yeah,
and you know, so you talk them up, but then on watching, you really try. You're a fluffer. I'm a Star Wars fluffer. Where we're going with that, but yeah, he had some highs and now he's definitely gone low. But yeah, outtakes. Same with this film, Anchorman 1, 2, the bloopers or the extra jokes that they make once they've got the scene in the can, I think are often too spicy, too racy, like the river of frothy ejaculate. Anchorman 2, if you guys haven't seen that, definitely YouTube Anchorman 2 bloopers. But they made a whole second Anchorman 2 out of outtakes, and it was far superior to the one they put out in the cinema. Again,
really?
I don't know where you find it. It's on some of the streaming services, but it's like called Anchorman 2 Redux or something like that, and it's the plot's exactly the same, but they don't repeat any of the jokes. So like all the jokes are the different versions as they did. And it's so much better. So much better. I don't know why. Maybe they rushed edited it or something. I don't know how the film industry works. But I remember coming out of Anchorman 2 being a little disappointed, to be fair. Still had its moments. But coming out and just not feeling good. Not as bad as you and I felt when we came out of The Last Jedi. Fuck that film. In its dirty asshole.
That was a gut punch.
I've just thrown this podcast off the rails. Fuck The Last Jedi and Rian Johnson and his dirty asshole. We did get to see Old Man Luke, though. No. What the fuck am I talking about?
No.
You take over for a bit. I've lost it. I'm angry now. So you need to bring it back.
Yeah, I was just trying to think what Old Man Luke. Yeah, that was the second one.
It was just nice to see Mark Hamill back.
Oh fuck!
You know, even though they fucked him, it was nice to see him back. You know, but don't you just wish? I mean, you've gone. All right, we're making some fucking sequels to the original Star Wars films.
To the original point.
Yeah, we've got all the... Wait, no. Let me...
You're rambling.
We've got all the original actors that everybody wants to see in the same room together, and you were not going to ever put them together. Fuck you, Disney. we just got demonetized.
Anyway, yeah, this film on second watch, it's not that funny.
Yeah.
A few years later, it's got a couple moments, but I find it a solid movie without the jokes. Like, it's a good story without the jokes. Yeah, I kind of enjoy it with, even if the jokes aren't landing for me second time around, I still enjoyed it and found it heartwarming. It's got a lovely story about finding his father and getting together, and he's overcoming obstacles. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a basic sports film, right?
Yeah. It's all well done.
Winning, becomes the underdog, wins again. Yeah. It's like a classic 80s sports film.
Shake and bake. Doesn't really make any sense whatsoever, but they say it a lot.
Yeah. What is you were saying? Oh, man. He
annoyed me.
He did.
Sacha Baron
Cohen. Get away with
wasn't really funny at all.
And Hank Azaria gets fired from doing the voice of Apu. And this guy's allowed to be on Netflix pretending to be a Frenchman.
Well, French are white, so it's not really a problem, is it?
It's still cultural appropriation. He's not French. Maybe he is. Fuck. Where's that guy from?
Sacha Baron. He's English. He's a Jew.
All right. Okay.
Cohen, Jewish.
I don't know. Let's just not bring up that topic.
I found he's an annoying character that's not very funny.
Yeah. I like the scene where he goes to break Ricky's arm and he's like, you need to say you love crepes. He's like, Ned Sanders, go ahead and break my arm. These crepes are just those real thin pancakes. I love those. That's a funny scene, But then after that,
it's I'm waiting for people to call it homophobic now.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Like when it shows, they're talking about them on Sports Center about how he's got his gay husband and stuff, and he trains dogs. And then it shows him winning a Formula One race, and they kiss, and it cuts back to the NASCAR presenters. They're just dumbfounded. But it,
rubbing their tongues and getting yeah.
It's genius. It's confrontational.
Yeah. Love is love.
I think love is love. And I think you're right, though. On rewatch, when you said, hey, we're doing Talladega Nights, I was like, yes, I haven't watched this, since it came out on DVD. You guys remember those things?
No.
I bought the DVD. I thought, yep, add it to the collection. It's funny. I haven't watched it since. And like many people, I have since given away my collection.
Have you? Who took it?
I have. The Salvation Army, when I dropped it at their door. Second-hand store. Yeah. And they'll sell them for $2 a piece. And that's fine. I kept a few.
I had a shelf on my wardrobe full of CDs. I'm like, what do I insert them into?
CDs are coming back. CDs are coming back. My daughter's building a CD collection. It's hip. It's the hipster thing to do now. It's 30 years ago. Oh man, there's CDs. They got nothing to play them on. It's literally, they want the physical thing, like the art. They just want to say, I've got it, instead of it's just coming from the digital ether, which I kind of understand. I get it, and I like the movement. But yeah, it seems silly. You got nothing to play it on.
Yeah, why am I paying Spotify $15 a month to listen to the music I already bought that's sitting on a CD in my fucking cupboard?
Yeah, that's true. And poorer quality. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's it.
Going through shitty Bluetooth to my fucking stereo in the car. It sounds like crap.
Yeah. That's it.
What's wrong with me? What am I doing?
And put an actual CD on, and you'll feel it. You'll go, oh my God, it feels so warm.
Then I run out of fucking data on my phone. Jesus.
Yeah, that's it. But we're just that old generation now. This is what they said when CDs came out. They're like, oh, I've got to rebuy all my vinyls. My vinyls are still sitting on the shelf. We're those old cunts. And we're totally not talking about the movie we're here to talk about. But this is the nature of the beast. This is pointless and confused.
funniest scene is when he's in hospital and he's convinced himself he can't walk, and then they stab him in the leg. He stabs himself in the leg with a fork or a knife or something.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And he's in the wheelchair and he's like picking guys out of the wheelchair and dumping them on the ground.
Yeah, it's worth a chuckle, but I remember that scene being typical of modern movie trailers. It was in the trailer, you know, the funniest things in the trailer. And then you see the film.
I think it's well acted. I think his mother and father, Jane Lynch and Gary Coleman, both really good in this film.
Always good. I love both of them. Gary Coleman, you remember the Brady Bunch film? Both of them?
I love the Brady Bunch film. It's so underrated.
Well, I don't know. Try it again. So it's currently on, for you Kiwi listeners, TVNZ On Demand. I tried giving it, I was as excited as you. I tried to give it a rewatch. I got about 15 minutes in. I had to turn it off.
Marsha.
I thought it was going to still be funny, but it's just not. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's been an even longer time since you've seen the original Brady Bunch.
It's totally happening in a far out groovy way.
Yeah. Well, you
what the hell is wrong with you?
It's there. You just try it. It's there. But yes, Gary Coleman. He's Office
television.
It's not on TV. It's the streaming. It's TVNZ streaming.
Oh,
it's free.
God. Fuck off.
Free. It's free.
Fuck off.
Anyway, what's Office Space? He's the boss as well, eh? Could you get the TPS?
I have to ask you to go ahead and get the TPS report. That'd be great.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's a future episode. Absolutely.
Classic.
Da, motherfucker, da. Yep.
That's a good film.
Like, yeah, this one. Like,
Amy Adams, she's young in this one. It's like must have been one of her first films.
But she's Ali G's wife, though, right?
Oh God, I wonder if they met on this film.
Yeah, that seems feasible.
A little bit of chemistry there. Somewhere in his tight pants, tonguing another man. She thought, "Ooh, yeah, oh yeah, that's what I want." Could do with a bit of that. Will Ferral, obviously not to her liking. Disappointing. He's still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Who'd want to make out with Will Ferrell? You know?
Mrs. Ferrell. His wife's hot. You seen her?
No. I mean, look, okay, well, I haven't seen a picture of this lady. So if you stood her in a room next to Amy Adams, which way would you go? If both of them said consensually, Dan, you can touch my boob.
He's not married to Amy Adams. He's married to Isla Fisher, the other redhead.
Ah. Well, I stand corrected. Okay, we put all three of them in a room. So we've got Isla Fisher, isn't she on like Home and Away or something? Amy Adams, and Will Ferrell's current wife. Which one are you picking?
All of them. Gangbang.
Isla Fisher. Is she the one out of Wedding Crashers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a cheeky wee minx.
She is in that film. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, grow up. We're running out of time.
6.5 minutes left.
Woo! If you had to double feature this with another film, if you've gone into the video store and on the shelf, you've recommended Talladega Nights and this other film to take home for an $8 overnight special, what are you putting it with?
I'm going to go Walk Hard.
Oh, fuck.
This is a tremendous film. John Riley.
Well, none of this shit, do we? Yeah.
It's not habit forming.
Fairlands. I think I do want to try it. You won't.
Okay, but just this once.
Yeah.
Hilarious film. One of my favorite comedies
He
of
needs
all
to
time.
think about his whole life before he goes on stage.
The Temptations.
Paul McCartney's a cunt.
What are you going to pair it with now that I've knocked it out of the park with that amazing one?
Yeah. I mean, that we've spent this whole half an hour talking about better films than Talladega Nights. Just because of the partnership of Shake and Bake, I'll put it with Step Brothers. Just easy. I'm not really putting much thought into it. Two same actors, another funny film.
I watched that recently, and it holds up. It's amazing.
Step Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd be right. Yeah. It's been a while for me, but just remembering it.
Trivia?
Go for it.
Get this in there. There's a song in the film called Goodbye Cowboy. It was written by Will Ferrell's father, Lee Ferrell. And John C. Reilly, one of his earliest movies he was in was Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise.
Oh, look at that. It's like a sequel.
Pretty much. On IMDb, the cold-hearted bastards over there have given this a 6.6 out of 10. Someone gave it a 9, calling it an incredible comedy. Someone gave it an 8. Great Lampoon of NASCAR, best comedy of 2006. Someone gave it a 5, an overlong and tired SNL skit. And someone gave it a 1 and said it's the end of the world. Just trashed everything about it.
Well, so across the board, there's highs and lows.
Yeah. Yep. So,
well,
how are you going to rate this? What do you think?
Well, it's a tough one. Do you rate it on the nostalgia of the film or the current rewatch? I'm kind of go in between. All right. So, when it came out, loved it, raved about it, bought the DVD, as I said earlier. Second watch, not many chuckles, just kind of getting through it. So, I'm going to give it 7 sweet infant baby Jesuses out of 10.
Well done. I'm going to get, I kind of agree. I'm going to give it 7 broken homes out of 10.
Oh, well, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of those rare occasions where Pointless and Confused combine. Our powers unite. And we rate something the same. Usually one of us loves it and the other one hates it.
Usually I like it and usually you hate it, whatever it is.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. I hate a lot of things. I'm like a grumpy old man in a 40-year-old's body. And I'm happy about that. I know what I like.
Yeah. Well, you know what you don't like. There's very few things that you know you like.
And I'm very vocal about it.
2.5 minutes left. What else can we fill this dead air with?
Well, I don't know. Dead air. It's been good though. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. Well, here's just to fill the time. If you had, you've got Isla Fisher.
Yeah.
You've got Natalie Portman.
Oh.
And you've got Pamela Anderson.
Good God. Young Pamela Anderson or old Pamela Anderson?
Just arrived on the scene in Baywatch, Pamela Anderson. All right. So yeah. Whew, absolutely. You've thrown them all into the deep end of a swimming pool.
Yeah.
And they have to tread water until 2 of them are dead and 1 survives. Right. Which one do you think's going to tread water the longest? Isla Fisher, Natalie Portman, early Baywatch, Pamela Anderson.
So Pamela's going to be...
And show you working.
I think Pamela's going to be very buoyant.
Oh, yes. What's that?
Like boobs, silicone.
I see.
Full of air. I think Natalie Portman doesn't have any stamina.
Putting in boobs?
Yes.
Natalie Portman's got no stamina?
You just pump them. Well, she's just so thin. Just
Okay. Well, she got pretty
keel
ripped
over.
for Thor, didn't she?
I think it was CG, wasn't it?
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
And Pamela's been training as a
She's a lifeguard.
lifeguard. Yeah, that's it. So she wins. All right.
Mm.
Well, we solved that, so I can rest easy tonight, and so can our listeners.
Yeah, Natalie Portman definitely dies in that situation, and she get cold.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Agreed.
Another perfect episode.
As always.